Hello and welcome on 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Adini Ajishafe. Time to talk about the juicy world of sports again. Well, the big one that happened where a lot of Nigerians are not too happy about is the fact that a Dakada assistant coach, what he did to Sonny Baba, one of the referees that referred the game between Dakada versus Remo Stars in Uyo. As it is right now, the LMC have actually wielded the big hammer, waiting for that particular hammer to land on the assistant coach. LMC ruling on Dakada NPFL. That will be the first story we're looking at alongside the money of the moment. I'll be talking concerning the analysis of sport with me, Olawale Peter. It's good to have you once again.
Yeah, good morning. I didn't. It's my pleasure to be here talking sports on Trust TV 360
Sports. Good one there. Now we just have to look at this particular scenario. Although we talked about it yesterday, that was before LMC passed their ruling concerning Coach Sunday Etafia, the assistant coach of Dakada FC of Akwa Ibom State. Yesterday on Wednesday, the LMC League Management Company now passed their ruling. Number one, that that Dakada, they fined them 3.5 million, 3 million for the club, 500,000, 250 to be paid. So Sonny Baba, the man that was assaulted with that heavy slap, and also to the general manager of Remo Stars, who was also assaulted. And you look at the fact that, as it says, aside that, they also said the assistant coach who slapped the referee, assistant official, that is Etafia, Sunday Etafia, has been banned as a coach with in the NPFL, and they said they also have to review. They have to review his certificate as a coach, and also the certificate of the match commissioner also, they also have to review a report that she sent, because she wrote there that a fan, she didn't write that assistant coach of Dakada. As a match commissioner, you also know those are the things we are looking at right now, starting from the clip. Let's take that particular clip again, how it went down. Well, I think you look at this particular scenario, it's really uncalled for. We've actually talked about yesterday before the LMC. Now we are looking at LMC ruling now on the matter. I've mentioned some of the rulings. Number one, the assistant coach, Sunday Etafia, has been banished, totally removed from the NPFL for now. And as it is, they also said they should review his certificate, how he got to be a coach, because he has brought so much disrepute to the NPFL. Let's start from that one.
Okay, I think in addition, you should go for a psychiatric test also. That should be in addition, because what he did is totally embarrassing. Sincerely, it's like, it's not something that is expected, slapping a referee, your fellow, it's uncalled for. So that means emotionally it's not stable. And to be honest, I think the right one from the LMC this time around. I think the sanction, it's very, very okay. In fact, it should have been a life ban for him to serve as a very serious deterrent to other people that may want to do something. You know, one thing we like in this country is, okay, if I commit also offense, what will be the penalty? Is it for a year? Is it for 2 years? Is it something that I can come up off? But if it is something that they're going to withdraw your certificate, you will not be a coach or a referee in the Nigerian
in fact, anything football business, you are out of it.
You are totally out of it. Then for the match commissioner, that's conspiracy.
For the woman not to remember that the person that slapped someone is assistant coach of Dakada. Then she wrote in her report that it was a fan. And because of that, LMC also called for her review.
It is not that she didn't remember. It's a conspiracy, an attempt to cover
up what happened.
What happened? Thanks to social media, we saw what happened. If not, probably we would have thought probably it is actually a supporter that committed that embarrassing moment. Okay, so I think also they should use that also to. We complained the other time that we only have one assistant referee going to AFCON. So these are the things that the FIFA are looking into before they select someone to represent the continent of Africa. I think they should do something the way they are doing for the assistant coach, they should do the same thing for her also. Then for the club also, they have to have a way of sanctioning them for not being able to put their coach. We have it in England, like the match between Man City and Arsenal. Now they are reviewing the action of the Arsenal player against Manchester City. Okay, we should have the same thing here also. When your coach, your assistant coach, or your referee, or your supporters, they are going ultra-violence against the ethics of football, then they should be punished also. How can they punish them? They should take them away. They should not play at home, maybe for the next 5 or 10 matches, and they should play behind closed door. You just took that from my mouth. They also banished Dakada. Dakada has been banished to Edo State, as Samuel Ogumile said, for the next 3 matches that they will be playing. That's going to be their home for now, for the next 3 matches. And also they added that the club has been fined 3 million. Then 500,000 to be split into 250 for the man that slapped, and 250 for the match commissioner. Because, the general manager of Remo Stars was also assaulted while going on the tunnel in the first half, the break then. And you look at the fact that the LMC felt, okay, for this to have happened, that shows that the team, the cadre, were not actually prepared enough to secure the officials of that game against Remo Stars. And just have to look at the fact that the NRA, maybe we should look at that later. Let's talk about this. Okay, I think, God worked in different form. The referee that was slapped that very day probably didn't even have up to 100,000 in his account. And look at how. So I think it's a very good one. And it's not just a matter of them saying it or they want to appeal. No, they should make sure they pay the money before their next match. And they say they give them, is it 7 or 10 days now to then response from the man that slapped. He should send his own side of the story. Although it's not as if they are going to pity or whatever, just to at least do the normal formalization of the whole issue. But as it is, the Nigerian Referee Association, NRF, are saying for the fact that this happened to that particular ref called Sonny Baba, and this is Sunday Tafia, they will never, for now, they don't want to go to Dakada's home. Now, yes, they will not go to Dakar to refer any game. That is NRA coming there. Although they will not stop referring games in Nigeria or officiating. But for now LMC have moved Dakar to Benin, so they will go to Benin and refer the games. But for now, for what Sunday Tafia did, they will not. And I think that's a very good stand. And that's the purpose of having an organization. So to stand for the rights of your members when their rights have been infringed. You can't expect them to be at the top of their games and the top of the situation when their security is not guaranteed. This is not the first incident we had this season, but I'm happy that they are making a statement with this situation. So I think the LMC, they should continue like that. Then the NRA also, they should continue to protect. I'm in support of their position. They are not going to go to that stadium, at least for now. So that's sending a signal to other clubs that if I come and a similar occurrence happened to my members, definitely you count me out. And what do you want to do in the game of football without a referee? There's nothing you can do. So that's a very good development. And I think if we continue like this, the Nigerian Professional Football League will continue to gain the momentum we've been clamoring for. Because one of the reasons why most people don't go to the stadium, number one, is because of the security. That's the number one reason. But with this situation now, I think it's a very good step in the right direction. That shows that at least our league should be sanitized. Yes, definitely. We just hope that Dakar FC and other remaining 19 teams in the NPFL would take this as a cognizant look at, well, we just have to be very careful, giving their fans and the assistant coach or whoever from each team should understand that rules. You just have to follow the rules. You just have to do everything they say. Don't do this, don't do it. For that assistant coach, Sunday Tefia, to have done that, that shows that he's not fit enough to be a coach. And now his certificate will be reviewed, and we wait to see what's going to happen. But it has been banned, and hopefully other coaches and other assistant coaches, fans, players, will let this be as a deterrent coming from the LMC, the league management company there. Good one. Now let's go to the big one. AFCON is in the air and everyone is waiting. What's going to happen? Who will lift the cup? Is it going to be Super Eagles of Nigeria? But as we speak, they are in Garouah. They arrived Garouah on Wednesday night and they are really popping.
looking at the fact that Nigerian Super Eagles of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, that they are now getting used to the environment, the weather, the food, the players, and everybody. Try to see how they can better the lot of this country. Good one there. Let's watch a bit the arrival of the Nigerian Super Eagles. Thank you.
Yobo, it's not this side. That place will not take the players?
All the players here.
No, what I'm asking, sir. That place will not take the players?
I'm excited, you know. I'm excited.
Nigerian Super Eagles there arriving Garouah, the northern side of Cameroon, ahead of the AFCON that will be starting on Sunday. But the good thing right now is that the Eagles are ready to fly. No matter what people feel, the Eagles are there in Cameroon.
Yeah, they are there and they are ready to fly, and it's good to see our own Eagles landed safely. And after they had their send forth yesterday at the Transcorp,
that should be that was on Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
Yes, on Tuesday.
So it's good. Now let's get to business. That is what
is at stake now.
At stake now, and I think we have 25 players already in camp. So the 3 other players are going to join them much later today or tomorrow. And sadly, our own Victor
Osimhen.
No, not Osimhen will not be there with them, and Dennis will not be there with them, and Agali also will not be there with them. But Igalo, sorry. With what we have, I think we can make do with what we have. That's just the truth. It's even better when you don't have your main man. For example, if Egypt they are playing and they don't have Mo Salah,
somebody has to.
Somebody has to. And whoever is going to step in wants to prove that, okay, I may not match you, but I'll be able to prove people wrong. And the concentration they will have when we have the likes of Osimhen and Dennis will not be there. Now, it's like we are going as underdog now. So we can go in there and surprise. I have hope that we'll go there and make a statement.
Starting from the jersey, looking at the way we always appear alone, somebody said that anytime you underrate Nigerian Super Eagles, that's when they pick up the pieces and actually act better, play better in tournaments, citing an example of when Nigeria went to Atlanta 96. Nobody actually gave us a chance until we got to the final, and also citing an example of 2013, that we won the cup, even when Keshi was the late stage being Keshi, may he so rest in peace, when he was leading Nigeria to the AFCON. Nobody tipped Nigeria to being among the top teams, but eventually we scooped the award, the cup. And now this time around, nobody's giving Nigeria the chance. A lot of people are tipping Algeria, Senegal, Egypt, Morocco, and all that. Nobody's looking towards Nigeria because of the fact that, our player might not be the best in Europe for now. If you want to look at the way some players in Senegal, Mane, Salah, and all these players are performing. But I think the way it is, the new guys that have been invited want to justify the reason why they are being called.
Okay, I think when you're talking about success, it's a combination of preparation and luck. So the first question is, how prepared are we for this tournament? That's the first question I think we should all answer ourselves. Okay, about luck, yes, we can get it. And we have what it takes to get the luck. And like I said earlier on, we can beat them. We can do it. But to win the trophy, it's more like a mission impossible. I will tell you why. In 2013 and in 1996, we still have some established players. We still have players that have the experience, that knows when to get the goals, the mark for us. But right now, it's like we're going to AFCON to form a team. We are going to AFCON to form a team. That's the truth.
That's where you see.
That's the way I'm looking at it also. And then, unfortunately, we're supposed to have had like 1 or 2 friendly match before going to the competition, but we're not having that. I think by tomorrow, we're going to have a friendly match with a club
in Garouah.
In Garouah, in Cameroon. Good one, but honestly, my expectation for us to win the trophy, it's really not there. Got final, semi-final, or the bronze, in which we are the specialists in Africa when it comes to
the bronze,
the
third position.
The third position, we are the specialists.
We won it about 7 times.
Nobody has won it more than Nigeria. Probably we may get that one. But for the trophy, it is a tough call.
Okay, JJ Okocha actually said that, well, the Nigerians should not underrate Super Eagles. He believes, well, he's not saying they're going to win it, but to some extent, Eagles will shine. Eagles will fly. The people should not just totally write them off, that they can't do anything. As long as he sees that particular team that they can get their acts together against Egypt first, before facing Sudan and Guinea-Bissau. But as it is right now, even though a lot of Nigerians are a bit skeptical about their performance, but we just have to believe that these guys will do us proud. Because I remember when we had interview with Taiwo Awoni, Maduka Okoye, and all the likes during their training here in Abuja, they were like, well, they will try their best. They will come together to form a team to play. Because even though most of them are just debutants in this competition, but they want to prove people wrong in AFCON, because they were being given the chance, even though it was too short, talking about the notice of time now, but they want to prove a lot of people that, we can try our best. If we look at it now, we have more than at least 5 or 6 players that are debutants in this competition.
Yeah, sure. Let's take it this way. We're having our first match on the 11th of January against Egypt. Let's see the pattern. Let's see the style. One thing about football is, even if you lose a game, and we've seen that there is a progress, there is possibility that your next match you can improve upon it. Like Atlanta 96, that's what happened.
We were just growing by each game.
So after the first match against Egypt, if you look at the pattern, the style of play, the commitment, the confidence of the team, then we'll have hope against Sudan and against our last match. But after the match with Egypt, we'll see where our hope and our luck will take us to.
Now,
but to me, I'll leave it open until our first match against Egypt and see what we can come up with.
Now, looking at the fact that Ahmed Musa, the skipper of that team, said we can withstand and hold down Mo Salah, that they have what it takes. So it's not even Mo Salah. The Eagles have the quality to face Egypt. Even the Egyptians too, they are scared of Nigeria. It's not as if outrightly Nigeria is just a write-off kind of country when it comes to football, despite the way Nigerians are looking at Super Eagles, but they are ready for Egypt.
Yeah, I agree with you. At times you don't value what you have outside, or the people outside that value what you really have. That's how people look at Super Eagles outside the continent of Africa and even outside the country, Nigeria. However, we shouldn't concentrate on Mo Salah alone. We are not playing Mo Salah.
Yeah, what he was saying, a lot of people are looking at, Salah, hey, this guy is the hottest striker.
We saw what Ndidi did to Salah when they played together. So Ndidi versus Salah, we can have the same situation.
It could be a replay.
It could be a replay of Leicester City and Liverpool, Ndidi and Mo Salah. So we should concentrate on playing a team, not an individual. Because if you concentrate on Mo Salah, it may be a shocker. They can say, okay, Mo Salah, go for this match. The concentration will be on you, but my playmaker will be... So we shouldn't make that mistake. The mistake is you should concentrate on the team. By now, I expected the interim Super Eagles coach to have played the clip of Egyptian team over and over again.
Which I believe
he will have done.
Yes.
Doing that would show that we are playing a team, not an individual. So with that, I think we can deal with Egypt. I'm so
I
confident.
like the fact that finally you agree that we can deal with Egypt.
No, definitely we can.
Oh my goodness, this is nice. This is very good. Hearing this, it's a very good news that Nigerians are beginning to believe that we can. It is very possible, it's very achievable that uphill task against Egypt can be achieved. No matter how good they are as a team, we are also equally tasked, according to Ahmed Musa, the skipper of the Nigerian Super Eagles. Super Eagles are there right now. They've landed in Garouah city in Cameroon, and they are ready to fly. They are ready to shine. According to JJ Okocha, don't write them up. They can do it. They can. We believe that they can do it. Now, Super Eagles, quickly before we go, our time is almost up. We just have to look at Super Eagles, Egypt, Sudan. You just talked about Egypt now. When it comes to Sudan and Guinea-Bissau, they say, okay, we are not going to be complacent about any team. All of them are equal. For them to qualify, they are equal to the task. For you to qualify for AFCON, you will get about 534,000 euros to have qualified for AFCON. That's a lot of money. Yeah. And now CAF also came up that, yes, the winner this year will get 4-something million euro. That's a big amount of money that they are fighting for. If you get to semi-final, 2 million euro is already waiting, plus some little ones behind it.
So I'm sure the money is coming back. It's coming to the country. We need to develop our economy. Okay, and if we are talking about the group, the Sudan, they did something fantastic. I think they got to Cameroon since last year, December.
Getting used to.
Yes, so getting used to the weather, to the environment. So that means they want to go and prove a point. Remember Senegal when they went to World Cup for the first time. You know what they did to France?
They show France.
They show France the class. So, and from there, their football has been growing. The same thing with Sudan. We should not write them off at all. We shouldn't look at it like some people are doing the permutation that the worst case scenario will come second. Definitely Egypt will top. No.
We can be top.
We can top the team. And how can we top the team? To make sure that we play our game with full strength. The way we are preparing for Egypt should be the same way we should prepare
for Sudan.
With Sudan and Guinea-Bissau also. We should not underrate anybody at all. So that's my take on that. So I think Nigeria topping the league.
Okay, now good one there. I believe we can go to top that league because the group rather. If we top that group, we're still going to be in the city of Garouah. That will also amount to a lot of, at least till quarterfinals. That's a good one. Now looking at the CAF came up releasing the amount of money. This time around 4 million euro thereabouts, 2 million euro for semi-finalists upward, and also for participating, qualifying. All the 24 teams will get a amount of money. I think this is a huge motivation to all the teams that are qualified. So then to see that, okay, for you making it to AFCON, you are being celebrated.
Yeah, and it's a very good one coming from CAF this time around, and because we normally have issues when it comes to financing football or sports in Africa. So this will motivate the players, their coaches also, and we, the supporters, we know what it means for them to win not only the money, the trophy also. It means a lot to us, the supporters of the Super Eagles. So apart from the money, the prestige, we've won it 3 times. We want to equal the Ghanaian time of winning it 4 times also. So that's why we are there. We are not there only because of money. We are there because we want to show the world that Super Eagles, we are back to where we used to be.
To show to the world that Super Eagles are back to where they used to be. That would be a good one. And the size on the show for this hour with me in the studio has been Olawale Peter. It's good to have you.
It's my pleasure to be here, Adeni.
Good one, Adeni Ajisafe. That's the name, as we always know. Sport is business and also fitness, as we always say. Thanks for staying glued to the TV to watch Trust TV. 360 Sport, that's the show. Thanks once again.